I was talking about Stella, the bottle of Stella
Right.
fingers earlier. And
What?
I was
What?
trying to describe what Big Cliff Lazarenko looked like. I said, "Oh, we were about
So there's a
6'4".
clue in the name.
Yeah. I said, "Well, we were around
Mike.
about 6'4", and we were probably around about 25 stone, something like that."
He was 6'4", slightly shorter when he stood up.
and he said his hands were massive. He said, "I said they were like a dustpan with 5 Stella bottles as fingers. That's how big his hand was." And I just checked out he appeared on Bullseye 15 times with his highest score of 324.
Well, there's your interesting stat gone for later.
That's pretty good because they only got 6 darts, didn't they?
They got possibly, yeah. Or did they get 9? They might have 9.
I thought they had 9 for
at the end?
Bully's prize board.
No, when they have the guests out come out.
I thought they got 6.
No, maybe they did. That's good scoring, that then, isn't it?
But they got 9 for like the prize board or something because there were 9 things on the prize board,
possibly.
weren't there?
Yeah, I tell you what, Big Cliff.
Bully's special prize.
He reached the World Championship quarterfinals. That's as far as he ever went in 1990, and he got £3,000 for that.
A lot of money in 1990.
1990 was the start of the Phil Taylor era.
Yeah, it was, and the winner got £30,000. And that year, Eric Bristow played, and he got knocked out 3-0 in first round, averaging only 50.8.
Now that's BDO standard.
He had dartitis, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he had Parkinson's or something.
No, he had dartitis, which is
Did
this
he?
thing where it's like a mental illness that stops you releasing the dart. Being too worried to throw the dart, so you just keep hold of it.
So kept
longer
hold
than
of
you
it.
need to. Yeah.
Yeah. Shame, because what a darter he was. What
Bit of a twat as well.
Oh yeah, but not a bigger twat.
His old catchphrase, nickname was Eric the Twat Bristow.
Yeah, not as big a twat as bloody what's his name?
Piss
Taylor.
Hands. Old piss hands, yeah.
Yeah, Taylor. Did anyone even like Phil Taylor? You know,
I always
he's down your neck of wood, isn't he, Edgy?
He is. Yeah,
I always thought it was funny that when he retired, none of the other darts players really gave a shit. Like there were no glowing tributes to him or anything like that. There were lots of people saying how good he was, but no one was saying what a good guy he was.
No one liked him, did they?
Wait till his eyes.
He's like the Chevy Chase of darts.
Probably a good simile, to be honest.
Yeah. But saying, what was his name? Gary Anderson was saying, or someone was saying that if he was getting beat and they go off for a break, he'd go and eat something. I don't know what he'd eat. So they come back and he'd just fart and stink and he'd put you off any way he could.
Didn't he eat onions as well?
Yeah, he did, and just put everyone off. Bastard.
Yeah, I know he wasn't well liked. Like I say, we call him Old Piss Hands because he turned up to do like a special evening at my old local, and he moaned because he wanted to be in like the main bar and stuff like that, where there wasn't a dartboard for a start. So they then had to move everything around, so this dartboard was put in like the center of the main bar. And then he started like having all these like demands and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can imagine and him being demanding.
2 weeks before that, Jockey Wilson had been there, and he was fucking brilliant.
Oh, Jockey the Tampon,
top man. Jockey the Tampon.
They used to call him. Yeah.
Was that his nickname?
That was his nickname. Yeah.
Please welcome the Tampon, Jockey Wilson.
Jockey Wilson. Yeah.
Andy Dalton.
Yeah, that's where he got his nickname from, because he knew about Jockey Wilson being the tampon. He said, "Yeah, well, I'll nick his."
Why would Jockey Wilson be called a tampon?
Because he used to bleed darts. He said,
and that was it. He used to bleed darts.
He used to bleed darts.
Can't believe I'm fact checking this. What?
I can't believe you are either. To be perfectly honest.
Oh yes, actually, yeah, the tampon, yeah.
Google's really gone downhill, hasn't it?
Hasn't it? Verified at www.dazzysfacts.com.
It's on Wikipedia. It is now.
Yeah.
Review of last week's games.
Playoffs began. The actual proper playoffs. And they began on Saturday night, LA Rams 34, Carolina Panthers 31. We all thought this was going to be the outcome, but the journey there we probably didn't expect.
Back in little game, wasn't it?
It was really good. What I liked about it was it genuinely felt like the Panthers were going to win because everything started going their way.
Yeah.
And when Stafford got that injury to his hand, you go, "Oh, this is actually going to happen. The Panthers are going to turn this round and win." So fair play to the Rams for actually stopping the rot
it was,
in that game.
But here's another one. Is the Carolina Panthers coach? I like him as well. Canales, is it?
Yeah.
But
I mean, the Carolina in the Panthers. Last year when we were doing this, we were laughing at Carolina every week. And now they're a playoff team.
Yeah, absolutely. Same thing with the Patriots as well. Those two teams to have turned it round from where they were. You know, it's like saying, looking at the Raiders now and going, they're going to be in the playoffs next year. And there's no way sat here now you can see that happening. And it was the same argument last year for them too. So fair play.
Yeah. What we had this week in certainly the majority of these games was a quarterback stepping up when they needed to step up.
Yeah.
And Matt Stafford again stepped up when he needed to. Can't argue. I mean, none of this counts towards MVP, but it hasn't hurt his case, has it? Putting a performance like that in.
He's just carrying. He's not carrying the team because Nakua played well. But
he had a great first half.
He did. I just find like the Rams' defense is usually really good, and you think going against the Panthers, I had Rams winning this not quite comfortably because I know you're going to Carolina, and no one wants that. To win by 10, 13. So I think the Panthers did really well.
I had them down as winning by 14. The Rams.
Yeah. So I thought a lot closer. The right team went through for me anyway.
In terms of for the good of the playoffs, or for the good of the rest of the playoffs, I think the right team has gone through in all of these games.
Yeah.
Even when it's not necessarily the team you wanted to go through.
Yeah.
For the good of the playoffs, I think the right team has gone. But this started. Rams went up 14-0 up very quickly. Panthers got a drive. Don't want to start talking about dodgy interference from the official, but the Panthers got a very questionable PI call in their favour in the end zone when it was still 14-0, and they went from potential field goal range to set up on the 1 yard line.
Oh, I remember that.
Which kind of completely changed the momentum of the game.
Yeah,
I wonder if there's a word from upstairs saying we don't want a blowout in the first playoff game.
I think the word I was thinking of was bullshit.
It was absolute bullshit.
It was, I remember. And yeah, you're quite right. It did seem to sort of change you just felt that the heads were going, oh, fucking hell, we're going to get battered here. Even the crowd were sort of energized by it. And I think, obviously when you're at home, you need that crowd behind you. So, yeah.
It was one of the first half. The Rams were really good and the Panthers were kind of bad in the first half. But it was 17-14 at half time. And
I don't know how that happened.
That's going to inspire the Panthers on its own, isn't it? To have played that badly and still only be 3 points down. However it's happened. And once the Panthers actually did turn it around and take the lead, I thought they're actually going to do this.
Get momentum.
Yeah, Stafford was really struggling as well. He hasn't broken his finger. They've said
it's come clear, hasn't it?
Yeah, but he clearly took a fucking whack to it. If actually throwing hand, that's going to be a struggle for any quarterback. So, but again, he's stepped it up, and that final drive where he's just like meticulously moved them up the field, little bit at a time. Outcome. It was exactly the same as that the Super Bowl against the Bengals. He did exactly the same thing.
Only one outcome when you see him moving the ball like that.
Yeah, and he does it to.
He started with 8 out of 8 passes, didn't he? And then he had a spell where I think he went something like 9 or something. And I'm sure there was a stat. I meant to write it down.
Yeah, it was the hit. He got that hit on his hand, and he went from, I think it was like 8 from 8, and then he went for 3 from 13 or something.
Yeah. I'm sure the stat was it was his longest spell of consecutive incomplete passes of his career. I meant to. I don't know whether that's true, but I remember.
It may well have been. Either way,
Mm.
8 from 8 to 3 out of 13. That was at the time when the Panthers were gaining momentum, and all of a sudden your quarterback can't throw. And you go, "Oh, this is going to happen."
As a neutral, it was brilliant.
Yeah, it's good game. I don't think he was the most injured quarterback on show though this weekend.
No, although we'll get to him. So no arguments about the Rams going through, but I think it's very good, not only for the Panthers, but just for football generally, that you can have a team like Panthers. Everyone's going, oh, yeah, shouldn't have teams with losing records in the playoffs and stuff like that. They won their division. They're there on merit, regardless of what their divisional record is. And they put up a bloody good fight against one of the Super Bowl favourites. So
yeah, totally agree.
Just to confirm, Stafford has sprained his index finger on his throwing hand, but should be good to go against the Bears, as per HC Sean McVay.
It was breaking news, but not broken news.
It was a day ago. So how much into the season was it when Parsons went? Was it early?
There were 4 weeks left, and they lost all 4 there. Well, they lost 5 games since 5 out of 5 since Parsons got injured. But there were issues on. They lost a couple of other defensive players, and they lost at least one, maybe 2 of their O-line as well. Yeah, and it was all over the space of 2 weeks. There you go. How to completely ruin a season. We'll come on to the pack. We're all pleased to see the Rams through in terms of entertainment value. Aren't we?
Yeah,
definitely. I think they are the most watchable team.
I do like watching the Rams.
That's right. Packers 27, Bears 31. A lot of people saying this was like a great comeback from the Bears, and it was, but I think it was the Bears' fault they were behind in this to start with, because they were rotten for definitely the first half against a beaten up Packers team. Jordan Love was back, obviously, and it made a difference. He played well.
Yeah.
But the fact that the Bears put themselves in that hole and had to dig themselves out of it. So I'm thinking of it that way rather than it be this brilliant comeback. You go, well, yeah, but why did you have to come back? Because you fucked up so badly to start with.
They still scored, was it 25 points in the fourth quarter? That's quite impressive. But
it is, but it's quite more questionable on how their opposition have fared in that quarter, isn't it?
Yeah. I didn't see the game. So in that sort of 25-point spree, how did they obtain it? Was it like turnovers and stuff? Or was it just...
No, the Packers just there was some bad play calling.
Yeah, the play
I've seen a lot of Packers fans wanting LaFleur out.
They do. So on the cusp, apparently.
Really?
Well, apparently they were in discussions for a new contract, which they announced just before the playoffs, which is really what you want. Is the guy who a lot of fans are blaming for the loss is they're already in talks for a new contract with him, but there was bad clock management and stuff like this. When the Bears got the ball back, 3 minutes.
You are.
That's what they were calling LaFleur. Yeah, ball back. When the Bears got the ball back in for their last drive, where they actually took the lead, there were 3 minutes left on the clock. The Packers on that possession, even if they didn't get another first down, should have been taking it well into the last 2 minutes. But they were passing. They were coming out passing and throwing incompletions and going out of bounds. And that's on
the play. Gave them all the time back.
Yeah. So what they've got is
anything off the clock.
3 minutes to work with instead of maybe a minute. And yeah, it changes the plays that the Bears can do as well. 3 minutes with your timeouts, you go, we can just play this normally. We can do what we've been doing all half. There's no hurry up offense required here or anything like that.
Last season, we were sat here and Edgy brought up a question, and I remember it, and it was more of a statement actually rather than a question about Green Bay and what can Green Bay do to basically take the next step. They're like a young team, they're learning, and to me, I know they've got here, but it's almost like they're taking a step backwards.
I I honestly think if they hadn't got those injuries when they did, they were potentially a Super Bowl team. I think they were that close, and then over the space of 2 weeks, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong, and that's turned them from Super Bowl contenders to lucky to make the playoffs.
Yeah, but it doesn't help though, does it? Your team, like you said, with your play calling and coaching, it was just
wasn't my play calling. I was nothing doing.
It was the play calling and the coaching was just ridiculous. You've got to help you.
My play calling would be give it to Darnell Washington every play.
What could possibly go wrong? But I don't know. For me, I think Green Bay have taken a step backwards, and it's cost them as well with getting the Parsons. We'll see how they go next season, but I'm not expecting too much of the Packers next season. That bad already? I don't know. That division's tough. Tough division.
I think if they've got exactly the same roster next year, obviously won't happen. But they start that season with that roster and they're fit and all that kind of thing. I'd have them as one of the favourites going into next season.
I definitely won't go with Packers.
Last year they were definitely green, playing green, and they had a lot of promise. And I think we all said like this year would be really interesting to see how they do. And I probably don't think that they were Super Bowl bound, but they've definitely had stepped up and improved. Obviously, Parsons does that to the team.
Yeah, of course.
And all right, the injuries. Any team, I think, would be hard push to survive that. Another year's experience. If they, like as Greggles said, if they keep the same roster, they're going to add to it in some respect, whether it's through the draft or free agency. If they do it right,
I don't know what their cap is.
No, true. But yeah, I expect a season to beat this season next season as long as everybody stays fit.
It's a tough division, though, isn't it? With Lions, Bears coming good.
Vikings will be better.
Vikings are
they'll have a quarterback all season.
This will be the division next season.
It was arguably the division this year. All 4 teams on a winning record. So
competitive, I think, next season.
But I think that what the Packers have got there, if everyone's available, is pretty good. And 4 weeks to go in the regular season. They've got 9 wins. They can easily finish with 13 wins. As it is, they lose important players. They can't handle losing those important players. They lose out the rest of the season. They take that into the playoffs and they lose in the playoffs. So I think they've gone from a potential a contender to a one and done. Yeah, I think it's a shame because their season was really promising up to a point, but it all just fell apart. Bears, though, cannot argue with the Bears' progression this year.
No, definitely not.
I think they've done next round.
Joe Tooney went off injured, didn't he? I've got no idea how bad that was.
Who's that? Sorry, Jim, what did you say?
Joe Tooney got injured.
Yes, he did. No, I can't find any reports on him at all.
So hopefully for their sake, that wasn't a bad one because he's been immense this season.
Oh, it's one of the better ones anyway.
Williams,
in the league.
Yeah, well, definitely. Williams was shit first half, really good second half, and he's done that quite a lot this year.
all season long, isn't it? It's like for Williams, it doesn't start until fourth quarter usually.
It's almost like he takes a while to find out, to find out how the teams are playing against him, and he finds out eventually. It just takes him a while.
So I think the matchup this weekend, the Rams and the Bears, that's got explosive fourth quarter written all over it. You can just see it happening.
6-3, absolute shit. Absolute shit show.
No, the Steelers are out now.
We don't know. We haven't got to that yet. We don't know.
Cut.
Giving the game away now. We don't even know what's happened. Josh Allen, 27. Jacksonville Jaguars, 24.
And basically, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't far off that, was it? Have you ever seen a player who so often just like drags his team back into games like Josh Allen? We say it quite a lot. The Bills, player for player. Obviously you can really good running back. Where are the stars? There's no stars other than that on this Bills roster.
Well, the Jags come into this.
Superstar. James Cook, perhaps.
Yeah, James Cook has kind of elevated himself into a star.
Yeah.
Jags come into this game. They've not allowed anyone over 80 yards rushing.
Yeah, best run defense in the league, I think.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay, that's interesting.
against the best running team in the league. That's what this game was. Yeah.
So,
I thought-
know Cook only went for about 40 odd yards. How many did?
Yeah. Alan went for 33. That's the only two touched it.
Right. Okay.
But how many times do you think Josh Allen had done when his knee went backwards on the goal line? I thought
yeah.
I thought he was gone. I thought he was actually gone out at that point.
I think the crowd did as well.
Yeah, as soon as you saw it replay, and they slow it down super slow mo.
Yeah.
And oh no, he's not coming back. But I'll tell you what, Josh Allen, isn't he? We've got so many of these quarterbacks in the league what can just get battered and they come back. There's people like Josh Allen, very much the opposite to Jaden Daniels. Do you think Jaden Daniels? Well, I think this is a lot to do with age and stuff like this. He's like the golden era is Josh Allen of.
Don't make him like they used to.
Well, no, honestly, they don't, because all these that come in now, apart from Drake May, probably, they just go down at a mere hint of a forearm smash and out for weeks.
What I did notice on this, there was a 4th and short that the Jags had, and Lawrence, they went for the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, they did.
Lawrence went down, and he went down too early.
Yeah.
And there was a turnover of downs. This was in the red zone as well. Did
he slip, or do you think he just started too early?
No, he just started too early. Yeah,
it's almost like he started running, then his feet went backwards. Rather than putting a full-on dive, it's like his toes give way and it was short straight away. He didn't even need to do all that bunkum.
No, but there was no need. Space to run into. Yeah,
there was no need for him to be short either. But I think Trevor Lawrence, he showed his true self, I think, in this one, where his interceptions were bad. He got intercepted twice, but he could have been intercepted 4 or 5 times in this.
Yeah. It's weird that how good a season statistically he's had.
Yeah.
But whenever I've seen the Jags, and they don't get shown that much on TV because they're too busy showing the fucking Giants and Cowboys every week. But he hasn't been that impressive whenever I've seen them. No. But he must be. It must be when they cut away on red zone to other games. It must be when he does all his brilliant plays. But yeah, this was his chance at the end of this game. He had about the same, didn't he? He had like a 2-minute drill, get them into field goal range to tie it up, and
he had more than enough opportunity. He should have just. It felt as though he was going for the Hollywood all the time, where really he just needed to
keep it simple.
Advance. Just get up the pitch.
I agree with that, because he had players. His checkouts were always open, and he just tried to make Hollywood throws. I totally agree with that.
Well, you live and learn, I suppose.
He does.
Well, the thing is, this is his 5th, 6th year. He's not a rookie.
I don't rate him at all. Every time, like you, G, I've watched him on occasions, and he doesn't impress me much.
Lovely hair.
And that's it, isn't it? It comes up. Well, that's what pissed me off as well. He takes his helmet off at final tutelage. Helmet comes off. Did the old L'Oreal shake and everything
because he's worth it.
Yeah, and just starts strutting off. You've just cost your team a place in the playoffs, and you've nothing. No slamming your helmet on the floor.
I saw at one point his QB rating was like 70. I don't know how it finished up.
86.
I know someone who's a massive Lamar Jackson fan, and obviously I always take the piss out of them for it. But one thing always stands up is that the difference between being a very good quarterback and being a great quarterback is doing it in the postseason. And
case in point this week, isn't it? Really,
when you need Lamar Jackson to step up, or Dak Prescott, or Trevor Lawrence, they haven't done it yet when they've had to. Whereas you look at Josh Allen or Matt Stafford in that drive. Even Caleb Williams has now done it in the playoffs, and people like Lamar Jackson haven't. So it is when you do it as well that's an important part of how you get your reputation.
When it matters.
But delighted the Bills have gone through. I said a couple of weeks ago that if I could pick a Rams-Bills Super Bowl now, I would take it. And they're both still in it, so I will stand by that on my wish list. I think it'd be a brilliant game.
I'd like the 49ers. We'll come on to that in a bit. Yeah. Well, now
we can come on to it now. Yeah. 49ers 23, Eagles 19. Already Sirianni's getting shitloads of abuse.
Is he? Oh, good.
Yeah.
I think he was getting plenty. Well, the game was still going on, to be honest.
We're getting plenty off AJ Brown.
Yeah.
How shit were he, though? Dropping how many? 3 much needed catches.
He was shit, but I think he'd kind of down tools this season, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He wanted out. I think he wanted out before the trade deadline, and it didn't happen. So I think he'll definitely get out there now. If Sirianni's still there, AJ won't be.
From what I've read, is it fair to say he's a bit of a cunt?
Which one?
Well, I meant AJ Brown, but
I think he's a prima donna and Sirianni's a cunt.
fair.
It just isn't going to work out. It's not.
Get Roy Keane in there. Get Roy Keane in there.
Did anyone else think Hurts had a shocker?
Yep. Purdy was by far and away.
I know it was windy. You're right. I'm not a big Brock Purdy fan at all. I know it was 35-mile-an-hour wind. I get that. I think Brock Purdy played quite well. I know he had 2 interceptions, but he played way better than what Jalen
out
Hurts
of the
did.
two. Yeah, it was clear to see who was making the difference out there. Yeah. It certainly wasn't Hurt.
The Eagles' approach, as it has been all season, is so risk averse.
Yeah,
every single game, right? And I understand why AJ is pissed off at the Eagles because he's a brilliant wide receiver. He's a knob. He's a brilliant wide receiver, and you never throw him the ball all season long, and until it's the worst passing conditions of the season. And then you start chucking in it a few times in desperation for him, and you go, why wait till he's rusty before you start targeting him?
But he'll be one of these wide receivers that he'll go from the Eagles, I would have thought, and he'd end up on a team who has a shit quarterback, and he'll just disappear. It's happened to your guy, G. He went to Miami. I think it was Mike Wallace, but he had a really good season for the Steelers.
He was never an elite wide receiver. He was like a good one.
It was a good one. Yeah. And he had a really good season. He was just starting giving the ball and everything. I rated Wallace. They went to Dolphins, who didn't have a quarterback at the time, and just never heard of him again. It was just happened so many times, though. If you're a good elite wide receiver and you go to a team that doesn't have a really good quarterback, you just fuck your career up, really. I know you're going to get
maybe, but also if he goes to a worse team than the Eagles, there's quite a lot of worse teams.
Absolutely.
Even after they've crashed out the playoffs. But there are a lot of teams who pass the ball better than the Eagles.
Yeah.
I get the impression that he'd be quite happy just going to a team that are absolutely dog shit, but are going to pass to him on every play.
Yeah. A wide receiver.
Well, yeah, true.
Well, say someone like, let's assume someone like Tampa Bay, who are getting to the end.
I said Tampa Bay then.
Getting to the end of Godwin and Evans, who've been their tandem for 30 years.
Yeah, that's just what I was
Buka as the young lad.
Yeah,
you get AJ in as your number one wide receiver in a passing team that have also got a dynamic offense anyway. Defense is shit. I think you're looking at a great season for him if he's.
Well, I'm going to echo that because I was thinking straight away Tampa.
That's my idea. You can't steal my ideas.
I think he should come to Arizona. We got the same argument because we'll have Brissett just throw in everything. Hudson and Brown, take that.
49ers, we have to say one of all our favourite players, George Kittle. Nasty injury. They're already saying he was going to miss all of next season. Because of it.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gutted for him and for the 49ers.
Me too. I'm not even a 49ers fan, but everyone loves Kittle. Anyone that says they don't like Kittle, then there's something wrong with them.
You see the pure joy he has for playing football every week. Yeah. It's so sad. Hopefully it means, and if the networks don't do this, they're fucking idiots, get him on telly next season.
Yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Fuck Brady off. I will listen to George Kittle commenting on any fucking game because he's going to say stuff that doesn't involve when I was in the Super Bowl. Fuck off, Tom.
Yeah, but they're massive loss, not just for 49ers, but NFL as well.
Yeah.
Is this the one where this stupid woman wearing the biggest fur coat known to man? The sideline reporter.
Erin. Erin Andrews.
She's just had
I
this big
couldn't
fur
see.
coat on.
It was either her or a polar bear. I wasn't quite
Yeah,
sure
it's
which one it was.
Ridiculous.
And on Touchline Report, asking pointless questions is a polar bear. If you get exactly the same responses out of the coaches, you might as well have a polar bear.
Do you not find it really, really poor? Because you've got these sideline reporters, and it'll be a case of, oh, they've got to talk to us anyway, because I think who got fined? Was it Abbot got fined from the NFL? Because you've got once the game's finished, you've got to be open to talking to the press no matter what. You've got to do it.
Yeah, they have to go to press conferences and stuff like that.
Yeah, but this is on the field.
Herbert was in traction at the time, so he was.
Stafford, one of them two, and there's walking onto the pitch, and he's trying to find the other quarterback like they do. He said, "Oh, what a good game!" Blah 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 blah. Yeah, not now. Just not what. She kept following him, and then he had to stop basically because she just stopped him and said, "Yeah, great win, pleased, and everything." Blah blah blah. Usual spiel. End of the game. Then he finds whoever were playing quarterback. But he went back to NFL, and I think he got fined for that, for not making himself available or make it hard work for him not being available.
Yeah.
But going back on the side,
he's still got to walk off the pitch after that.
Exactly that. He's still got to go and just stand next to the changing room. But these sideline reporters absolutely hate them. They're pointless. Sky Sports sent Phoebe over to the Jacksonville and the Bills game. How good was she? Like when she was interviewing Fred Taylor. I don't know if you watched that bit on Sky.
And she was doing the she did a few like preview like pieces as well.
She did, yeah. And she's so good.
Yeah.
Better than Jay Bell.
But I like it when he's in the studio with her because she makes him seem so stupid.
He's fucking stupid. Anyway, he shouts at everything. What's that? Shut up.
That was just noise then.
Yeah. That was just white noise, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's all he is. Well,
but I like that I think she's a really good pundit, which is
very, very good.
Really good. And also when they get the NFL players over, particularly in the playoffs, they'll get a few over for coverage. And because she was at the Bills as a coach, they have so much more respect for her than they do for Jeff Bollocks. Who's fucking, deputy kickoff coordinator in the Findus Crispy Pancake League.
He's the coin toss coordinator. but Jeff would go out there with his white trainers on, gold earrings, orange.
Surely he has espadrilles. Surely he's got espadrilles on.
Hey, it's Jeff here, who, the special teams coach. Discuss what Phoebe's so good. We watched, actually, Shaw watched a little bit, but said Phoebe's really good. She knows her stuff. And Fred Taylor goes, I thought in Sky Sports, so it's got a name there, Sky Sports. I thought they were all Buffalo Bills fans because of Phoebe's connection. And there's banter there. She has a laugh. Then we watched a game of football, our football, and it was, I forgot the guy who was commentating, but the woman with that Leanne Sanderson or whatever, I think she might play for England, or she did, I don't know. And she was awful. The bloke's Darren Fletcher was trying to have a bit of a banter here. Just no banter whatsoever. And she was just so poor, just had to turn volume off.
Oh my God.
Very much team Phoebe. We are.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. She's
also
so good.
Not even like trained in TV presenting.
No.
She stood in once on Sky. She used to be an occasional guest on Sky.
Right.
Because she's involved with like the flag football and all sort of stuff over here. And someone was snowed in, so she went from guest and she had to present one week. So she's just gone, yeah, all right. TV presenting so good. Can't be difficult.
Well, that's quick.
I think she just makes it look difficult. That's the difference there.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of Phoebe. We love you, Phoebe. Come on our podcast, please.
Yeah, come on down.
Come on. And I'll leave it on.
Chargers 3, Patriots 16. This kind of played out almost exactly how I thought it would. I was so sure that Justin Herbert would just get beaten up in this game.
Mm.
And he really did. It's been this is what he's had all season. And then you get to the playoffs and you go, oh, it's going to be more of that. And he was Chumbawambering all the way through, wasn't he? They didn't have a hope in hell. Their best bet was this being like a 6-3 and
keep it close. They were never going to score a lot of points anyway, weren't the Chargers? New England really won't have scored loads of points. So this is what I expected, something like this, 16-6, 16-3.
Yeah, I mean, the Chargers, they didn't have it because Hampton got injured as well, which negated their running game.
Yeah.
The Pats were just cruising through that, what remains of that Chargers O-line.
Yeah.
It never really felt like the Chargers were going to win straight from like the first drive. Herbert's going to be under pressure constantly in this game.
It didn't look like Chargers were even going to do anything since like week 12 because of all injuries. They've done well to get here.
Yeah, their achievement is what did they win? 12 games this year? That's their achievement with no O-line since week 5 or something. That's their achievement this season.
Honestly, I think you've got to go to them and say, well done, but just imagine what we can do if we had a full team that was injury-free. A bit like the 49ers.
Yeah. The difference between the 49ers is they got some of their guys back.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference. The Chargers, I mean, the Patriots have been scoring lots of points and the Chargers did restrict them, but they didn't have anything on the other side of the ball. And this was always going to be once the Patriots got ahead, you could not see them getting pegged back.
It wasn't a vintage game for May and the Patriots by the rest of the season. But no, exactly that. It didn't need to be. All their defense probably did all the hard work. I think they got 6 sacks on Johnny Herbert.
There was constant pressure as well, though, wasn't it?
Every time, it was you got the uncomfortable impression that it was just a matter of time. He's going to get fucking taken out of this game at some point. It's going to happen.
You're fear for his health as well.
I'm genuinely concerned that he might do an end. I've been saying it for pretty much all season. Yeah. That he's got $250 million in the bank. What he must be thinking he's getting zero protection in these games. He must be thinking, I don't need to do this.
Not wrong.
But I know he'll want to, he's a professional sportsman. He will want to win playoff games. And the Chargers, like the Packers, with everyone available, they are one of the strongest teams around. It's a question of, can they have everyone available?
Is there any possibility that he moves?
I don't think it is, because I think he's in the right place. It's just that you lost your 2 tackles for the season in the first few weeks of the season. I don't think any team could cope with it, particularly bearing in mind the 2 tackles they lost are 2 of the best in the NFC. So in the AFC. So it's not like any team would be able to have backups who could, and they lost their backups as well.
It's kind of the 49ers syndrome again.
And like I said, which is a bit unfortunate, but Greg Roman fired as Chargers offensive coordinator. You think, God, I find that harsh, but
it is harsh.
I'm not a Chargers fan. But...
Yeah, you go, what can you do in that situation? You go, you lose. It's not like you can mix it up with a running game because you lose your running back. Absolutely. It's not like you can. All you've got there is Herbert stands there and tries to get it to one of his receivers and inevitably gets hit on every play.
Yeah.
That's what their offense is reduced for. Yeah, it reduced to.
What can you do? You can't do anything.
Yeah, Patriots. I don't know. They got a tough game next week, and the reason they've got a tough game next week, rather than a really easy game next week, is Texans 30, Steelers 6. Believe it or not, 10 minutes to go. This is a really close game.
Well, the thing I take away from this game, one, I never expected Steelers to win straight away.
No.
Did I expect it to be as wide as this? No, I didn't. But I'm just looking at the incredible streaks that have come to an end. So Texans win the first road playoff game in franchise history, and Steelers lose the first Monday night football game since 1992. 34-year streak, that.
Said that last week, didn't you?
Yeah, just
So,
The
but so
Texans
they'll
one,
go
though.
back to it being it's
23
30
and all.
odd. It's 30 odd years. Since in the regular season. They'll keep the stat going,
course
but they'll
they
just
will, yeah.
ignore this one. Yeah.
What was the
They've-
Texans one? Sorry.
they allowed
First-
Texans to win first ever road playoff game. First Monday Night Football loss in nearly 35 years. The last playoff win was January 15, 2017, and 7 straight playoff losses.
Yeah. Oh, and they've generally not been close, those losses. But they're normally that we're playing away at the Bills in the playoffs, which isn't good because we're normally in the wild card away at the Bills. So at least this time we got destroyed.
Yeah, it's nice to be
At
done by
home.
someone else.
We didn't travel to get destroyed this time. But like I say, this is 10-6 with like 10 minutes to go.
Yeah.
At which point there's a turnover, fumble, recovered for a touchdown. I actually think there was a flag on it, but
It wouldn't have mattered.
it wouldn't have made. Well, you say it wouldn't have mattered. You don't know, but
I do.
the way our offense was playing, you kind of do know.
Mm.
What we saw here was one of the best defenses in football, arguably the best defense in football, up against one of the worst O-lines in football. And behind that O-line is a very old quarterback who can't run anymore.
And probably played his last game for Pittsburgh.
I think he definitely has now. To be fair, he's been fine this season. I think he's generally been good. His behaviour's been good. The main issues we've had this year haven't been with our quarterback for the first time in quite a while. So yeah, thanks, Aaron. You've been better than Russell Wilson and Kenny Pickett and the last few years of Big Ben. But that O-line needs, you've probably got one or two that you can actually work with. The defense is getting old.
Yeah.
Again, on defense, our best players are TJ Watt and Cam Hayward last night. So you go,
that says everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're not going to be around forever. I mean, Cam Hayward, I think, hasn't agreed a deal for next year yet. So hopefully he can still play because that's a huge loss if we lose him. But trying to look on the bright side of it, Steelers shouldn't win 10 games this season. They're not a 10-win team. They really aren't a team who should be winning divisional titles with that roster. They did. You take the positives from that, and then you go, we need to reset. Without Tomlin, without Rodgers,
yeah,
it's the right time to do it. And
I think you need to show the fans something different because they're just going through the same thing year after year after year.
I think it's where the owners differ from the fans. I think most of the fans would have been more than happy to have tanked for a couple of years a few years ago. Whereas the owners go, hey, we keep winning, we're doing something right. You go, well, no, we keep winning because we're overachieving. But you can't overachieve when you get to the playoffs because then you're coming up against the best teams and you'll be shown up. And that's what's happened for the last 5-7 years, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whereas you look at a team like the Texans, who a few years ago now, 3 years, CJ Stroud and Will Anderson in the same draft. Yeah. I think they had the number 2 overall pick or the number 1 overall pick and then traded up to get the 3rd overall pick in the same draft. And they've built their entire... rebuilt their entire team in 3 years. You've now got the best defense in the league.
And to be fair, a good looking offense as well.
The offense will improve as well when they can start bringing in a few extra pieces because the defense is set. Now you can start buying a few trinkets to improve the offense. But yeah, they're in a really good place. And 3 years ago, they were picking first in the draft. So it can be done very quickly. You just need to... What Houston will do is they've got the number 1 pick, then they also trade up to get the number 3 overall pick. Steelers won't do that.
No.
They will never do that. But congratulations to the Texans. They're the best team, I I've seen against the Steelers all season.
Any repercussions from end of the game or anything?
In what way?
Did anyone leave, like the head coach?
I just mentioned that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Fucking fell asleep when you mentioned going through fucking Aaron Rodgers. Just reading on about this as well.
Sorry, yeah. We can't talk about the Commanders this week because it's the fucking playoffs.
Random rookie roulette. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Random rookie roulette. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Random rookie roulette.
Did any of our rookies play this week?
No.
My offset, Kyle Williamson, Lyle Williamson.
Don't call me Harry.
Yeah, he got a catch.
They call me Malvin. What's happening with that ball? Has that just stopped? Did I win?
I nearly did it on Saturday night, actually, and then something came on the telly and opened OBS and everything. We'll come back to it, don't we? Yeah, he got one catch for 20. It wasn't a lot.
One catch for 20 may well be enough.
Yeah, beats both of mine.
Yeah.
Obviously, one of mine's Jordan James, who, from what is still technically alive for the season. It could be that he makes his bow in the divisional round. It gets increasingly unlikely week on week, but it only takes an injury or two, and he's going to be in.
Yeah. Sorry, I take it back. It was one reception for 7 yards.
Don't matter. Still good.
Oh, well.
It's still more. It's definitely the best on offense. But on defense, obviously Jihad Campbell in his final game of the season because he's an Eagle. 6 solo. Oops.
I don't believe it.
Hang on a second. Maybe he didn't play. I was just
No.
checking then. Why isn't it giving me any stats for the playoffs? Okay, it could be that he didn't play
I don't think he did.
because he's listed. I've just gone to a different site and they've got the stats for the game, and he either didn't play or did nothing. So has Edgy won with 7 yards?
I think he has, yeah.
Well done, Kyle Lyle. Don't call me Lyle Williams.
In a late comeback this season.
And he'll be in for contention next week as well.
So it's just him and Jordan James.
Yeah, so just him.
Next week's predictions.
Okay, predictions.
Very
Where
close.
did we stand at the end of last week? I had my 3 ×5 multipliers. So I was quite a way back last week, but I've now brought myself back into contention. I'm on 172.
Back.
Daz had a normal week, I think.
No, I had no score, didn't I?
No, you had no score the week before.
Oh, so okay.
You had a normal week this week. So you got 4, bringing you up to 170. Yeah, so when you got that really big lead, you've scored 4 points in the last 2 weeks. Edgy had double for the week and is in the lead on 174.
When it matters.
When it matters.
And the plebs have gone back 1. They only got 2 right, but they got -3 overall for us on the wheel. So they're on 152. But no one's out of it yet due to the anarchic nature of the wheel.
It looks like you planned it that way.
Just imagine if this was planned. But okay, Edgy, you're up first. What would you be in the leader?
Yeah.
What?
Bills.
Are you high?
Don't argue with the points or the point system or how we got there.
It's not wrong.
Okay.
Well, it might be, but it's not. If it is wrong, it's not far off. We can. I'm not going back to check. Bills at Broncos.
Oh, genuinely, really tough choice. This is kind of that game we were just talking about. The free scoring, free scoring Bills versus Broncos on the defense. Offensively, it's got to be a check for the Bills. Defensively, it's got to be a check for the Broncos. So, you always say that defense wins championships. So go on, fuck it. I'll take the Broncos to knock the Bills out.
Okay. Broncos number 1 seed, of course. Bills 6 seed, I think they were. Broncos had a really good season. They're not spectacular in any way, and their coach is a cunt. Josh Allen has just been like a force of nature at times.
Mm.
I've seen in so many games this year with the Bills have been behind, and he's just suddenly clicked into gear. I'm going to have to go for Josh Allen and the Bills.
Understandable.
I think you're right. It's Josh Allen rather than the Bills.
Josh Allen and it's like Russ Abbott's madhouse.
Yeah,
You've got the others there, Bella Emberg, Dustin G,
yeah,
etc. But you know, it's all about Russ Abbott when it comes down to it.
really is, isn't it?
Do you know what? I'm going to put me all of my points,
You're going to put your joker on it.
all of my points, and all of next week's points on the fact that of all of the NFL podcasts that will be doing their thing this week, not one of them will liken it to Russ Abbott's Bella Emberg. I'm pretty confident that is as niche as you can get.
Oh yeah.
But I think there's a tiny chance that my analogy may have lost its way. It started off quite well, but
Yeah.
by the time I hit Russ Abbott's madhouse, I wasn't sure how it was going to end.
Yeah. Time to just stop speaking.
You're just waiting on Daz.
I'm with you, G. I can't stand Sean Payton. I really can't. But can Josh Allen do it again? Because they didn't stand out at all against the Jags. We know Jags had a good run defense. They struggled running it. We know the Broncos are a good defense. All it takes is Allen only to have a 7 out of 10 game. They're not going to go through. But saying that, when it matters, Josh Allen for me. Bills.
Should I get rid of the Buffalo Bills and just put Josh Allen?
Yeah, I think you should.
It is an interesting point you said there. It is really all dependent on, as a unit,
One
you
player.
think Denver have the complete, they're not, top league, don't get me wrong, but as a unit, they offer more completeness than the Bills. But, like you said, Josh Allen on his own, if he's at top level.
He needs 8, 9, 10. That's what he needs.
Yeah.
8, 9, 10.
I think this is a game of relatively few stars. I don't think there's many stars on the Broncos team either.
Yeah, agreed.
It's all about schemes on this for me.
Yeah.
It's the same as the Packers, isn't it? We've often said the Packers don't have de facto stars. They just
Fudge Packers.
The Fudge Packers, yeah.
Yeah.
They just do things well. All right, they've got Parsons on defense, but it's the same for the Broncos. It just seems to work.
And the plebs have gone for the Broncos on that one.
Okay.
So I notice that Edgy's just dissing the plebs now. He's not basing his predictions on the plebs anymore. He's comfortable being 20. Yeah. You might not be. Imagine what you could get.
Yeah.
Imagine if you're competing with the plebs again for the Super Bowl.
Imagine all the people.
Yeah, living life as one.
Imagine all the people. That's a guy who used to do karaoke.
Sounds like our friend of the show, Vic Reeves.
Well, this was before then. I don't know if Vic saw him at some point and mimicked him. No, actually, Vic's more anyway. 49ers at Seahawks. Again, this is a 6 seed against the 1 seed.
Yeah. It's kind of McCaffrey versus Njigba.
2 teams, 1 winner.
I think because I said before,
4 corners.
The 49ers versus the Texans would be my preferable Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the 49ers. We're at the stage of the season where either of them could win on the day, but I'd like the 49ers to win. I definitely can win 49ers. Tough one, though.
Yeah, of course. It's a divisional game again, isn't it?
It is. And they played 2 weeks ago.
What was the head-to-head?
I think they split it.
Yeah, 1-1, wasn't it?
But they obviously had a decider for the number 1 seed a couple of weeks ago. I would obviously prefer the 49ers to win. Yeah. But Kittle's a huge loss. He's a huge loss to this 49ers team.
All right, that's funny.
And I don't think I could bear it if in the first season I haven't predicted the 49ers to
Yeah.
win. They ended up winning.
Imagine
So
that.
based on that, I'm going to go for the Seahawks.
Same reason as what Edge did. I predicted Seahawks to get to the Super Bowl like he did with the 49ers. So I'm going to go for the Seahawks. And again, this is opposite of what we just talked about with Josh Allen and the Bills. He needs to be a 7, 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10, sorry. I think, what's his name again? Who's the quarterback?
Purdy.
Yeah, no, other one.
Sam Darnold.
Oh,
There you go. That is another one of the issues with him.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
What's his name?
no one knows who he is.
Sam Darnold, right? If he has a 7, 8, 9, 10 game, they'll win this. But I think they'll still win it if he has a 6 out of 10 game because it's more of a team and a defense. So I think that's why I think they'll win this one.
Well,
And especially with
the
not
Vikings last year.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
Minot
out of all the
Kittle as
teams, out of the teams left, you could argue that the Seahawks are the least reliant on their quarterback.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's why I've gone for the all-roundness of the Seattle Seahawks.
LA Rams at Chicago Bears. 5 seed against the 2 seed.
Oh God, tough leave this week.
If it helps, in the regular season, Rams won 12, Bears won 11.
MVP, potential MVP. Or check the betting. Although will it have changed now? Because technically the games don't matter, do they? I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go with the Rams. I just think that I don't know what I think really. This is more with my heart than my head. Like Stafford to do it. A bit concerned about his finger, perhaps.
Yeah.
Plebs vote for the Bears, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm also going to go for the Rams. I think the Bears keep putting themselves in holes that they kills out of. I think if they do that against the Rams, they might struggle to get back into the game. I'm a bit concerned about Stafford, even slightly injured on his throwing hand, because the impact straight after the injury minutes. But the fact that he did it again at the end when it mattered, I am team Matt Stafford.
Yeah, me too. Listen, this guy, when he was at Detroit, he got absolutely knocked out. He could barely stand when he went off the sideline. He come in almost very next play. It's such a one of the hardest quarterbacks out there. Definitely Stafford on this one.
He's never had a bad season. He spent a decade at one of the worst teams in the league, but his individual performances and stats were always really good.
Yeah.
Which shows you how bad the rest of that Detroit team was.
I think he's such a good player. How old is he now?
38, 37, 38.
Say must be getting on a little bit.
We could talk.
Well,
yeah, fucking young Matt Stafford, as we call it. Fucking whippersnapper. And the final game, Texans at Patriots. This is the 5 seed at the 1 seed. No, 5 seed at the 2 seed.
We'll go from one MVP candidate to another versus arguably the best defense. I think it's got to be Drake maybe next year. Because the Texans are going to be.
You're on for the Texans.
Yeah.
See, I know the Steelers aren't a very good team, particularly on the O-line. But my God, that Texans defense. Patriots have got a better O-line and better protection. The Texans just look so fucking good on defense. And we're in the playoffs now. It's not like looking good on defense mid-season. Yeah. They're looking good on defense in the playoffs when it matters. It's hard to go against a team playing that way, even when the Patriots have had a great season. I'm going to have to go for the Texans.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Texans because, like I said, I went for Texans against the Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl.
Okay. We've all gone for the Texans. 3 of us have gone for the Rams. 3 of us have gone for the Seahawks. And we're split 2-2 between the Bills and the Broncos.
So is it me first then?
You are the leader, so...
Depends what it is.
Edgy is first. He gets whatever this one is. Here we go.
Huh?
+3.
Oh,
Happy
good.
on a game
Extends.
on a week with only 4 games. I'll take that.
Yeah, extends.
Yeah. That could essentially be a double bubble, couldn't it? That's
Yeah.
not far off what that is. All right, so I'm up next, and I'm worried a positive one has just gone.
Looking unbeatable at the minute, Edgy.
Yeah, when it
Like
matters.
all season.
Oh, getting close to -15 there, but I'll take a +1.
Yeah.
So, Daz, this is for you.
Yeah. Shit,
Bankrupt.
this one half total.
Bankrupt.
Here it comes.
Oh!
Hang on. Oh, no way.
He's hit the fucking jackpot.
Well,
Oh, they're gonna hit the
+30.
jackpot.
When it matters.
Well, don't celebrate too early because
Absolutely not.
Right, this is for the plebs. Oh, it's got 10.
Oh,
10.
So close. So we all got positive ones. It's just
Yeah.
that mine and Edgy's were quite shit. Plebs was pretty good, and Dazz's was the best one on there. So
well done, Dad. I played all
No.
still 2 rounds to get a bankrupt.
Yeah, plenty.
imagine it's like the winning score was like 3 or something at the end of the season.
The fact that the bankrupt has not come out yet does not bode
Yeah.
well.
Saving it for the final.
And also, there's going to be one added every week.
In the Super Bowl, there's going to be just 2. One says bankrupt, and another one says -200.
No, there's going to be just 3 things on there. There's going to be the 2 teams and bankrupt. Okay, we are pretty much done. All that's left is Edgy's interesting stat.
Edgy's interesting stat.
Shit. Yeah. It was. Hang on. Given that it was a rip-roaring playoff week with some really good games, it's only fitting that we do a collective stat.
No,
And
go on.
so the Bills, the Bears, and the Rams, they all won their opening playoff games by scoring a touchdown in the final 2 minutes, making the first time in NFL history that 3 different playoff games have ended with a game-winning touchdown in the
Edgy's interesting stat.
I like that.
Mm,
I
I always
that one.
like it when it's in NFL history.
history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time it's happened.
Yeah, first time for 30 years, not that good. First time ever.
Yeah.
That's good, yeah.
So apparently there have been 4 instances where 2 have had it. 1982, 2002, 2011, and 2023.
Wasn't it
Very good.
4? 'Cause when did the 49ers take the lead?
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, that's even
Good.
better if that's the case.
Because the Rams, the Bears, the Bills, and the 49ers all scored touchdowns to take the lead. Maybe the 49ers wasn't inside the last 2 minutes, I don't know.
The 49ers also pulled off. Although they didn't get a game-winning touchdown pass in the final 2 minutes, they did get one with 2:54 left on the play
Oh,
when Brock Purdy hit Christian McCaffrey for a 4-yard score.
could have been 4.
Yeah,
Could have been 4.
So there's 4 within the last 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the comparative is for that. But that's still not bad. 4 out of 6 for entertainment.
I think it was something like 12 lead changes in those first 4 games in the fourth quarter.
That's fucking great. That is.
Yeah. I'll tell you what isn't great. Dazzler's Fact Attack.
Dazzler's Fact Attack.
You keep saying this, right? And they've been amazing.
They've
Well,
been good.
Been decent. Some decent ones.
I'm the one who sees the feedback. No, not one person has said Dazzler's Fact
they're not,
Attack is
okay.
amazing.
Yeah, no one's lasted that long, surely. There's a reason this is why this is the last bit on here. Right, so this is an interesting little fact.
Because I needed time to fade out. That's why.
Interesting little fact.
We don't want interesting, Daz. We just
Not
want
allowed to
facts.
be interesting.
Okay, this is going to be a short and sweet fact.
Not allowed to be sweet.
Okay, then, but definitely short. Okay, no, I've lost
Fucking
it, mate.
wish.
Okay, so did you know? Question.
That's a question.
Yeah. Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, they're not named
I've heard of
after
them.
the bird.
Okay, you've piqued my interest.
Yeah, they're not named after the bird. The name comes from Edgar Allan Poe's poem, The Raven. Although he was born in Boston, Poe spent much of his adult life in Baltimore and is buried there, nevermore.
Okay. Two things.
Yeah.
Why is there a raven on their helmet? The bird. And also, Edgar Allan Poe's poem,
But
The Raven is about a raven.
That's
So what I did miss out there was it wasn't named after the species of bird per se.
That's not a species of bird.
Percy the bird.
Percy.
Daz, you've really sort of blotted the copybook there.
Yeah, but did you know that?
Well, I knew it was named after a raven. Yeah,
I think it's
hence the name Ravens.
It's a bullshit fact, isn't it?
But it was from the poem The Raven and Edgar Poe,
which is still a raven.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it is named after a raven. Just
Hello,
a
you still there?
fictitious one.
Hello. Okay, I'll give you an interesting fact then. This is a genuine interesting fact.
Go on.
No, you can't make this one. Believe it or
The
not.
Philadelphia Eagles, they were named after Eddie the Eagle Edwards.
Well, I know that already.
qbscpod@gmail.com.
I see you. I'm watching you, big fat cock.